I don't let nobody feel my trauma. Not at all. I got a lot of baggage. I went through a lot of shit, but guess what? I had to work through that, through years and years of like self reflection and self help and self fucking all that shit, self centeredness. You know what I mean? Not being like, oh, I'm conceited and obnoxious. I'm pretty sure I'm some of that shit too, but I don't give a fuck.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box. Now while the angels fly over my head.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Serba Valley, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live in direct. It's your boy, Mr. Nine Times. Yes. Today is a fucking very special, admirable, and most elegant, exquisite, fucking majestical, all that shit, fucking episode, y'all. It's 300 episodes of the motherfucking God's Hour podcast. Everybody clap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. There's nobody here, but I hear thousands and thousands of roaring, screaming God's Hour disciples. Yes, I appreciate all and everybody who has seen all 300 episodes. If you're one of those people who've been binge watching the God's Hour podcast since the first episode, I would like you to comment like. No, don't do that shit. Comment and just say me. That's just all I need you to do. Right in the comments, just put me, so I know who you are, bruh. Yeah. So we're gonna celebrate the whole shit with it. Let's see. Today's mathematics. It is Saturday, June 27th, 2026, which means it is wisdom and God all being born to born. We are using our wisdom that has been given from God to bring about positivity into existence. Never forget, we are using our God-given wisdom to bring about into existence, and hopefully that is positivity. Because if it's negativity, then I wouldn't think it's from God. I think it's from some other bullshit brain idea you had in your head. But we didn't got nothing to worry about that. Why? Because our God-given wisdom brings about positivity into existence. Peace. Today's drip check, dude, I could not wait to fucking have for these to be delivered, bruh. The fucking Black Carolina 5s, bruh, aka the poor man's metallics. Yes. These fucking feel great. I'm gonna show y'all the you know what I'm saying? The fucking ka-chow, the metallic, what they call it, the 3M on the tongue. And then obviously these are basically metallic 5s, except it's not white. And wait, the laces are white, so maybe, you know what, I like these so much that I won't get white laces. Because if I were to get white laces, then we'd all be knowing, you know what I mean? It's not metallics, you know? So I love these. These fit comfortable. And for, like, I don't know if I need to try my other 5s. I feel like I do. But with the suede nubuck material, these feel more tighter. Versus, I think, my grapes and my fire reds, I feel like have like more room or something like that. And this is just fire, like the icy blue, you know, rubber on the outsole on the bottom, you know where the Jumpman is. You got the fucking, I don't think this is 3M. It's just kind of like just a clear plastic on kind of I don't know if you would call this the upper, because I just barely found out. Like this would be the midsole. Right, where the air unit is would be the outsole, then the heel, and then the upper would be right here. This is the toe box. So whatever, like on the sides, right? The The only thing, and then the blue stitching is fire. Just like the Carolina blue is such a specific. Guys, I got blues of all colors, bro. I got sky blue, Carolina blue, like fucking blues with hints of green in them, blues with tints and shades, you know, and none of them match. Even my hats, like, you'd have to, like, from far away, all this shit looks like all of it, like I matched all of it, right? But once you like start comparing, you're like, oh, okay, like the sky blue is lighter than the Carolina blue, you know, the jeans, you know, are darker, are lighter than the Carolinas, but they're not as light as the sky blue. You know what I mean? It's just blue's my favorite color, and just having all sorts of shades. I think it kind of goes together though. You know what I mean? Like it's darker with the light, with the black, with you know. So it all goes together. The only thing I don't like, and just the 3M on the tongue with the black Jumpman is amazing. The only thing I do not, and I think on the metallic 5s, the Jumpman is red, or if not the lace lock is red. I'm forgetting. Something here is red though. And metallic 5s are, to me, like I want those so bad, but I ain't gonna spend $500 on fucking 5s. You know, for me to spend $250 on sneakers, like literally like me spending like thousands of dollars on sneakers. I wouldn't say thousands, but I'll say for me to spend hundreds of dollars on sneakers every paycheck is pretty crazy. I definitely would have a lot more money saved, like a lot more money saved had I not spent my money on sneakers. But you know, like an old coworker of mine, shout out to Johnny, he told me enjoy your money. You know what I mean? To take care. Well, he didn't say all this, but in my opinion, to add to that, because he said enjoy your money. You know, but then again, this is from like a 60-year-old man. You know what I mean? He's just saying enjoy your money. You know, obviously because, especially like with me, man, I get so caught up in work and in the show and the music and all that shit. And sometimes it's hard to kind of like give, like stop and be like, okay, like enjoy some of this shit. But this is how I enjoy it right now. Just kind of like, you know, styling and profiling. The only thing I don't like about the 5s is the Jumpman on the back. The Jumpman on the tongue is amazing, but the Jumpman on the heel makes it like, oh my God, why? The Nike Air is the supreme OG king, right? I feel like the Jumpman looks better on the 4s because like it fills in the empty space versus the Nike Air kind of takes all of it up. You get what I mean? Like it takes the entire heel up versus the Jumpman kind of like it has like a perfect like boom, there it is. It's like a perfect fit. The Nike Air takes up all that shit, but I prefer the Nike Air. But the Jumpman on a 5 heel, it kind of feels like it's just small. Like maybe not out of place, but it's just like I prefer that, since all my J's have Nike Air on the back except my PSG, the Paris Saint-Germain 5s. But even those are like, I think the stitching's in black, so you can't even tell there's a Jumpman on it, I feel. But either way, these are like 6s and 5s right now. You know, obviously my 4s and my 3s are, they're right there too. But I've just been kind of rotating my J's as of recently. My Air Maxes here and there, my Griffies I've been wearing. What were the other ones? My Diamond Turfs, not so much. But I'm trying to keep a good rotation right now, man. I think my first Griffey Maxes, I tried a size 13, bro, at the fucking mall, and 13's way too big, dog. Like, you know what I mean? That's a super big fucking dinosaur ass feet size. 12's already right there too, and then you want to put it at 13, it's even crazier. But I don't know if I told y'all, but I was at the mall and I needed 12 and a half. The only problem is they never have 12s and a halves at like JD, Foot Locker, none of that shit. The only place that I know has 12 and a half is the sneakers app. So that means if I miss out on Diamond Turfs, if I miss out on whatever other shoes I need a 12 and a half in, they're fucking gone. Even like an 11 and a half. I feel like any halves like from 10 and a half and under are super, like you could get them shits. But once you hit an 11 and a half, like you can't get them. I don't even know how I was able to get like oh, I guess I was getting shoes that, weren't even in demand. Fucking. I'm trying to think like Vans, Authentics, and like old schools. I did have old schools. Whatever, Chuckalos, New Balances, like all that shit you could easily get in an 11.5. But if you want some like more obscure, maybe not obscure, but more high in demand, like let's say like an Air Max 95 or any Jordan, you're not gonna get a 12.5 for sure. And if you can, let me know where you are. And if you're in Cali though, and like, you know what I mean, just Cali, because I know there's gonna be some dickheads like, oh, well, I live in Bakersfield and the fucking, yeah, shut the fuck up. No one's in Bakersfield copping sneaks anyway. I do want to go to like, is it Colorado or Oregon where they got the Nike superstore or whatever the fuck that only the Nike employees with the black cards, you know what I mean? Like they fucking, you're like in the club and shit. If I were to go there, I know for a fact I get 10 pairs of sneakers off rip. Like it'd be some shits like, it'd be a disgusting amount of sneakers that I would ice like 8 of them off rip and then wear the 2 all day, like for beaters, I heard from what I heard, like my homie, I can't remember if he's been there once or I think he's been there. He told me about it, like, oh, it's the employee store and like they got shit that you can't even get like here. So, but then again, it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like whatever is available, you could get online. You could pretty much get in stores now in some way, as long as you look for them. Like the Knicks colorway, what is it? The Knicks colorway Pegasus premiums. I seen them shits somewhere here. I saw them in like 2 stores. The fucking the Knicks colorway. And shout out to the Knicks too. They won the NBA championship. Shout out to them. I'm not a basketball fan, but whatever. What is it? If you want to go looking for the sneakers, you'll find them, bro. Like, they're out there. Maybe not all of them shits, but some of the colorways be really hard to find. And I think for me, it's kind of I really don't see myself not buying sneakers. Like as of right now, I feel like it's still got me in a chokehold where like now I'm looking at sneakers that like are cheap as fuck, like on StockX, I could easily get. Like, I don't even want to fucking name them because I don't even want the price going up, but like whatever Jordans, whatever like, player exclusive Nikes there are, you know what I mean, that I don't have, like, I want those shits like bad as fuck, if I can't get my fix through some of the upcoming releases. I think, Kith is having, I think they're 2011 or 2010 fucking New Balances. I just put in a raffle for those. I put in a raffle for the Bape Evo SL, Adidas, fucking the new SB 95s that are fucking amazing. I forgot they collabed it with another company. Those are coming out like around when I get paid. So, with the whole shoes, man, it's just like it's amazing. I just love rotating them, wearing them, and I need to wear my New Balances more. But the reason why I don't think, like, there's a couple sneakers that I'm not really wearing because now I have so many shoes that they're piled on in front of each other, so I can't get to them. So then I'm gonna have to take these stacks of shoes out and take that stack of shoes out just to get like rotate one through one pair. But I need to do that anyway because I have so many, and I'm specifically talking about like my New Balances, and then my like I got one pair of Fila, one pair of like Pumas now. My Fantastic Fours don't count because I want to fucking sell them already. My Adidas Osmillans, I'm not wearing them really anymore, but I'm still wearing like all my Air Maxes, all my J's, and then obviously my Vomeros are my beaters, my fucking. But like the more ones that I'm not really fond of, I'm definitely not wearing like my Air Tech Challenge 2s. And I fucked up because I bought them at full retail, which is probably like $200, and then you could get them on like fucking StockX, right? No, dude, no, literally you could go to the fucking mall and get them for like $60. That was like a super shoe that I didn't even know was gonna be like that. But it was one of those where as soon as I saw, I loved it. I loved the colorway, the white, the blue, and I think the swoosh is orange or some shit like that. Just that whole shit is like fire to me. And those are super comfortable shoes too. I think I like them in. I think sweats. I feel like they look really good in some real tight joggers. That's what I like doing, just piecing the shoes up. And definitely Jordan 12 has to be one of the 12s and the 8s are for sure my most regrettable sneaker purchases. Not necessarily because they're like uncomfortable, that plays a factor, but more so like I pretty much bought them off FOMO. Like my 9s, I love those, and I haven't worn those in a little bit too, but I just love the 9s. I love the way they look, and they feel really comfortable too. So it's just one of those things where, I'm fucking still sneaker crazy. So whatever. 541s or 514s, my bad. The 514s have the stretchier kind of like material to them. And then I got the God's Hour. Oh, and it's fitting because I got the God's Hour, the 300. I don't know if you could see it and shit. I'm not gonna, whatever. But this is the God's Hour shirt. I'm wearing it for the 300th anniversary, and then some jewelry and shit. So still hella tired and shit. I'm full as fuck, dog. Like, what is it? I had some sushi today. No, as a matter of fact, like at 12 in the morning, keep it a stack. Yesterday, I bought some pizza for the guys. No one really wanted it. Only a few of us ate, which is fine. I ate like fucking like 6 slices of pizza with no cheese on it. It was just pure carbs, pure bread. I ate breadsticks, whatever the fuck. And then I had my we're talking about like 12 in the morning, right? And then I woke up. I had a whole bag of like baked flaming hot Cheetos, fucking like 15 pieces of sushi, and then I was full. Like I was like, okay, I don't have to eat until the next day. If I don't eat anymore, I'll be cool. Well, Pops came home from work. I want to take him out to eat. It was his Happy Father's Day dinner and all that shit. So we went and we ate at the Habit. The Habit, we might as well have ate at Carl's Jr., bruh. Like, it's just like a Carl's Jr. with a fancier fucking kitchen. That's all it was to me. The onion rings were whatever. The fries were good, though. I'll give it to them. Their fries ain't, like, salted as a fuck. Like, you could tell they just put of a little bit of salt, and you're good. Fries were good. Burger was cool. It was nothing like that if you blindfolded me and you put Carl's Jr. together with the Habit, I would be like, okay, this is Carl's Jr., but like a different burger on the menu. You get what I mean? Kind of like in the same style. And then we went to Cold Stone, and I got some fucking ice cream for us. Then I went to Vons and got some more ice cream, but I didn't eat them. Like, they're fucking... Shout out to Ben and Jerry's, bro. Like, they got, like, the best... I swear, man. I want a fucking sponsor by Ben and Jerry's because they got that oat milk non-dairy ice cream, fucking phenomenal. So I got like the one with Beyonce on it. It's like the caramel fucking something. And then I can't remember if I got like the Americone Dream or some other shit. But it's very interesting because at Stater Brothers, they pretty much only carry milk and cookies, peanut butter cookies, triple chocolate chip fudge. The Tonight's, though, they actually have a couple shits. Strawberry cheesecake and cherry Garcia. Rouse has all of that, but they also have mint and chip. Oh, and then they all have can have fish food too. Fish food is an amazing one. Oh, and the fucking chocolate chip cookie though. There's actually a lot of fucking flavors. But at Vons, they had some other cookies. I forgot what they're maybe not. They were maybe not. I think they had peanut butter cookies, right? And that they don't have those in the other ones. They had the one with Colin Kaepernick on it. They had the Americone Dream. I think they had another fucking ice cream Jimmy Fallon had and shit. So, there was a Tutti Frutti right there by Cold Stone, but Like, I hate water-based, like, ice creams. They taste like lactate ice cream is fucking horrible. It tastes like you're eating water with like, you know, like Crystal Light is fucking nasty. Like, it's just like fucking like, you know, pussy water bottled up with some sugar in it. You know, it's just not good, you know? And that's what water-based ice cream is to me. Like, lactate ice cream, that shit is like what the fuck am I even eating? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of bastardization of fucking delectable dessert is this, you know? But Ben and Jerry's, they cracked the code, and it's due to the oat milk. I'm a strong advocate for oat milk. We need less cow milk and more oat milk up in this motherfucker, because oh man, I'm fucking tired. Oat milk is fucking amazing. I have oat milk with my oatmeal. That's how bomb it is. It's crazy, bro. I'm the abominable. What the fuck did I just say? I don't know. I forgot what joke I was gonna connect to. Abnormal, abominous. What the fuck did I say? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I love ice cream. Anyway, Ben and Jerry, shout out to them. I'm super fucking tired, dude. I worked 14 fucking days straight. Right? I didn't know I could do it. I didn't know I had that superpower. Am I going to do it again? Probably the fuck not until next year or whenever the fuck I feel like racking this money up. Because I already knew I had to do it again, because the last check, that was me through vacation, and I didn't know how used to overtime I was getting. But then also too, I was spending my money like ridiculous. And I shouldn't have did that, but you know what I mean? There's some shits that had to get paid for. You know what I mean? And I paid for them. Thank God I have a little bit of more cushioning room with this check, but who knows how much cushion I'm going to have, because I just spent like fucking $100 today. So that cushion is kind of like more of like an insole instead of a pillow at this point. But like, it's cool. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know, a huge chunk of that. Like, see, I already knew, like, I had, like, shit I had to pay for, and then also, too, I had to pay for Presley's blood work. So I knew, like, I just had to grind it the fuck out. And that's what I did. I got the fucking, you know, I worked 2 of my days off, with one of them, one of my days off, no, 3 of my days off, with one of them being the holiday. It was Juneteenth on a Friday. That's my off day, so I fucking killed that shit. And then I had some 12ers in there, so I was good money, you know what I mean? And I made sure to put some time away so I could get time off later, because it's like there's had I not did that, I for sure would have got probably like an extra 5. You know, I would have been super, super sick. But like, I'm trying to like what is it? I'm trying to like make as much as I save. You know what I mean? Always, whether that's for time off or like money in the bank. I'm trying to like, bro, like I got so much money in different pots, like bubbling, that like I just want to keep it like that, right? And here we go with the financial responsibility and financial literacy of the program. So me, even though, look, I got the watch, I got the shoes, I got stacks and stacks of shoes, all that shit. Well, guess what, guys? I got a 401, a 457, a Roth IRA. I got only one Nike stock, but that's still stock. You know, fucking a 401 from when I was at FedEx. What else? I save a huge chunk of money. Like I have 2 savings accounts, and then I also just opened up a new investment account with my bank, you know, and then I have money saved in another bank. So it's like I'm fucking like squirreling my money, even though like I'm spending a lot of it. I feel like if I were to, I got to see how much I save versus more like what I spend. I definitely spend more than I save, but I'll say like a third of my check goes to like my savings. You know what I mean? And it's important that you save your money. This isn't a message of the day, and for all. I'm not gonna make the 300th episode about fucking saving money, right? Spend all of it. No, I'm just kidding. It's important that you invest and you save your money, and if you can. Now, I'm in a really great position, and I'm blessed with a great job to do that. When I worked at FedEx, it wasn't saving shit, bruh. I don't even think I was saving money at FedEx. Like, I needed all that shit. I was making $400 a week. If I make $400 a week now, I starve. You know what I mean? Now that wouldn't even cover my savings. You know? What the fuck? Like, it's just wild. It's so crazy because shout out to one of my homies. I don't know if he watches the program or whatever, but that's cool if he doesn't, right? He just, like, I know this fool went. We worked together in the evening shift, but this fool he had to have gone to the mornings, cause just like the time he posts like stories and stuff, and like how many hours he does, it's a lot. And I'm not pocket watching or nothing, but let's just say, man, I know some of the dudes I work with at the time, they were doing like 12 hours every day, and they were making like a stack a week. I still make more than that. You know what I mean? But $1,000 a week, shit, that's like the bottom line you need to be making now. You know what I mean? Fuck, I wasn't even making shit near that. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, $1,000 a week, man. That's shit. That's like $600 extra dollars. You know what I mean? I couldn't even think of like, okay, what to do with 600 more. You know what I mean? Now I could, because fucking I got my hands in so many different pots and shit. And like, you know, obviously, besides all my savings and shit, I have my clothes. I have my clothing business. I have my music business. I have the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I have so many different like business endeavors that like I'm like looking to do, that is just, I just would not be able to, like, my lifestyle. I thought when I left FedEx, my lifestyle was going to gradually go up to where it is now. And it kind of did, but it jumped. Like, I pretty much jumped it because when I left FedEx, I didn't have no money. All the money I had was spent. So I can't remember. No, you know what? I never borrowed no money from like my parents. I never took $1 from them, even when I left, because when I left with all my time, like all my like my floaters, vacation, sick, and my last check. The problem is they put that all together, so they tax the shit out of you for it, and it was bullshit. Like that check easily, like split them up, easily like 15, 6, like 2 stacks, because I think I got like $1,100 or $1,200 on my last check when I went to go pick it up, and you know, I was so ready to quit. I think I talked about this. Like, I just hated everything about that place. Like, the people there, the work environment, just like the morality, the whole, everything about like FedEx and the environment was bullshit. There was only like a couple of fucking people. I just heard a fucking scream right now that scared the shit out of me right now. I heard like, wah, or some shit like that. What the fuck? I didn't know the Monsters on Maple Street was a real thing out here, but I guess that's the next episode of the God's Hour Twilight Zone special. Any fucking way. What was I talking about? FedEx, right? I hated that place. Fuck FedEx. You know, my manager was a super bitch to me, and that's why, like, with my supervisor, it was his birthday. His birthday and my fucking anniversary, like, of working, are on the same day, which is fucking crazy. So we didn't do nothing like too grand, and it was one of those things where it was like ironic, you know what I mean? The birthday of the person I felt like should, if anyone is gonna have like a all out birthday party, it should have been him and not me, really, you know what I mean? Even though he can be like a dickhead sometimes in the jokes and the yada yadas, like, this fool actually goes out of his way to make people feel seen, feel heard, feel like comfortable, and like I feel like he does. I mean, it's maybe like 60-40, like a friend, like a coworker and like a supervisor type of thing, you know what I mean? But It's like, who cares? Like, that's not on me. Like, I'd rather have that than the super fucking cunt I had in the valley, or even fucking, well, what's her name? I don't even want to say their names at FedEx, because I don't know where they are. I don't know where they're gonna be, right? You know what I mean? But it's just kind of like, bro, at the end of the day, we're humans. Don't be talking to me, bro. Like, I can't smack the fuck out of you, bro. Like, I'm gonna find. I have no problem telling somebody, look, when we clock out, we're gonna meet right there on fucking 16th and Central, and we're gonna see about all that shit you was talking, bro. Cause you ain't gonna say it in my face. I'm gonna pop off. You know what I mean? As far as the women, it didn't really got to do with nothing with them. But like with these broads, it's kind of like, you know, my manager over here was super like, well, you know what? You just need to do your job and stop complaining. Like, that was like the fucking, like, the message I got. No matter how she tried to, like, politically or like professionally try to dress it up, her, like, exact words from her mouth was just like, you know, fucking, we only give whatever the fuck she said about the muffin. She was like, oh, but these are only for people who don't hurt themselves on the job. It's like, bitch, I will hurt you. Like, I will smack the fuck out of you. You know what I mean? Like a pimp. You know what I mean? And not even no violence. And I'm not even into violence against women or just violence in general. But it's just, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Just because you got a pussy and I got a dick don't mean you can't get fucked too, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of sounded a little rapey. I take that back. But you know what I mean? It's just one of those things, like, people are dicks. You know what I mean? And it's just like, why? Like that, like these hoes made like my super right now like that much more. Like, they made the bar so fucking low, and then this fool jumped over that and then jumped over wherever the fuck that would be and, like, you know, put the flag on Mount Everest or whatever, right? Because she's over here, this girl's over here being, like, super cunty, like, backhanded compliments, fucking just, like, very taking advantageous of, like, my work. And it's just kind of like, well, that's what you do. Going above and beyond is like what you need to be doing, and not like, thank you. You know, you go above and beyond. I appreciate it. There was none of that shit. When I was in the valley, it was like, you know, this bitch tried to get me fired. And it was like, it was like a non-fucking stop thing with her. It was like, she was trying to go after me. She's trying to go after a lot of people. Then, when they were going after her, then she tried to spin the block and be like, oh, we need to stick together. It's like, who's we? We don't include you. We not even in the same union. Whoever the fuck we is ain't got nothing to do with me and you. You know, me and the guys, this is us. Whatever problems you have, that's on you. Stop fuera with that shit. You know? You went after all of us. You tried to get me fired. You tried to write him up. You wrote him up. You were going after all these people. You was playing hardball for what? Because you don't know how to control your temper? Because when you get emotional and you feel the pressure, now you got to inflict that upon other fucking people? Listen, bro. I've grown up with that. I got a mom that's like that. I got so many tias that's like that. As soon as the heat's on, they don't turn into diamonds. They crush like ice. Under very, very, like, delicate machinery. You get what I mean? It's one of these things where it's like people got to be, like, emotionally intelligent and professional in the workplace, because it's like, I ain't one of them fucking people that, like, you're going to, like, just boss around and bully. And these are the things that it took over the course of years to fucking learn. Like, oh, okay, like, they're not union, so I'm fucked. If I don't go and I work myself to the bone and break my back for these fucking cocksuckers, I don't make money. And unfortunately, that's a lot of people. A lot of people are out here like literal fucking slaves, breaking their back, working through exhaustion, working through, like, you know, all these like things just to make like crumbs. And I'm in a position where if I can use my union contacts, my political prowess, if I can leverage my relationships with people in a way that keeps the peace, helps everybody, and more than anyone, myself, because everyone's looking out for themselves. Oh, at the end of the day, it ain't about you. It's about me. And that's 99.9% of people. Because no matter how many people I've helped where I work at right now, it's still always like some fucking like bullshit ass jokes or take it for granted or ungrateful shit going on. And it's like, wow, bruh, you don't even know how much I go up to bat for you guys. You know, but yet I got to deal with this bullshit. No matter how many times I've looked out for people, and even outside of work, but just like, you know what I mean? People like are just very disrespectful in some of their actions, you know what I mean? So I don't care what you tell me. There's somebody that's like so nice, or at least they think they're nice. People see through it, but like they're so like they have no shame in just like smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back. But everyone knows. Like my pop says, my famous line that I just love this quote. Everyone knows who's who in the zoo, and especially at work, everyone knows, bruh. Going back to my supervisor, man. So, it was his birthday. We got some cake for him, and I just let him know, bruh. Like, you know, thank you. I can't remember exactly what I say because I don't prepare shit. I just go in and it's like I freestyle that shit. I was just like, you know what? You know, thank you. You're a great supervisor. Like, as much as people try to talk shit about you, it's like, fuck them, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're fucking great. You know, it's an honor to work with you. And, you know, I hope you have a great birthday with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones. And that's wholeheartedly what I believe. There's other birthdays where I've just said shit and I'm like, oh my God. I'm just saying shit to like make them happy. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being like you know, like the Two-Face, the Gemini I am, you know what I mean? The Gemini moon all day. Because I don't give a fuck. Like, this is work. Like, none of y'all know me, like, for real. And, like, none of you care to know me for real, you know? No, not one single person has ever been like, you know what, bro? Like, can I just talk to you for a second? Thank you, bro. Like, you make my day, like, so much better. Like, whenever I see you, it's like, it's good to work with you. Like, I fuck with you as a person. The only person that I feel like I kind of feel that somewhat with is one of my homies who I won't name. You know, on the surface, he's real like, if you don't know him, you'd be like, oh, this fool's like mad quiet. He's like a super like, you know, like he look like he don't fuck with nobody, and he doesn't. And I'm glad because I'm like one of the only people that he fucks with because of like our past history, you know what I mean? We worked together in the Valley, and then he came over, and it was just one of those things where it was like, I even encouraged him. I think that's one of the things too, because I encouraged him over there, like when he was on probation, like, you got this shit in the bag, bro, like it's yours. Like you're making the other dudes, like the dudes he came in with were like fucking up left and right, and I'm like, dude, you're like fucking Giannis out here, bruh. You're fucking the MVP just because you keep your head low and you do your work. These other guys are fucking it up and they're making it easier for you. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, right? Like, I don't know anyone else. Like, I don't have no history I didn't come in with none of them. You know, my homie came in and it was like we started together, and then now we're fucking at this location together, which like I'm super grateful for. And I don't want this to come off as like any animosity or anything like that, but it's just like you see things and like you see it for what it is, and like you just play the hand. You know what I mean? I had to check myself yesterday, man, because while I was like, you know what, man, like I was just looking around, like, you know, because one of my coworkers made like a very, very like a accusational comment to me, like if I'm like kind of like bullying people and shit. And it's just like, just because people like are like can be intimidated by how I work or whatever, it's like, fuck them, bro. Cause like you could feel the way you feel about me, but don't get crazy, bro. Like, clearly communicate your issues with me. Cause if you can't and you just try to explode on me, you're fucking dumb. Cause I'm not gonna hear that. It's just gonna go fucking like 1 through 1 year. It ain't even gonna go through 1 year. It's gonna go somewhere else, and I ain't even gonna hear or see that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's happened before where people like have like exploded on me at work, and I'm like, you just look dumb, like, you know, because why would I care? You know, It's not my fault that you don't know how to fucking check yourself emotionally or communicate properly. You dig? So I spent a lot of time talking about work, but I think it's a more therapeutic thing. It was just one of those things where it was like, 2 years. I didn't even think I was gonna pass probation, dog. I was shitting bricks. Literally the first month, I was like, bro, I just got in. They try to fire me, bro. I think that's why I have so much fire and like so much tenacity at work, because it was like, nah, you ain't gonna take this from me. You ain't gonna fuck up my days. I don't give a fuck what kind of day you're having. I really don't. I don't care what's going on with you in your life. You know why? Because you don't care about what's going on in mine. So that shit flows two ways. It ain't one way. It's a junction, and it's going across, and it's fucking flying in all directions, east, west, north, south. You get what I mean? I don't feel sorry for the fucking fact that, you went through your bullshit. I had to go through mine. I still show up to work every day, laughing and smiling and goofing and shit. You know why? Because I have the fucking wisdom and I have the foresight to fucking just know that all this shit is temporary, bro. Like, I was suicidal as a teenager. You know what I mean? I wanted to take my own life a couple fucking times. Do I get suicidal thoughts every now and then? Of course. Because I feel like once you cross that line, it's no really going back. I got a homie who's on the same shit too, and I feel for him. But you know what? We all have different journeys. I don't know what he's going through. I try to be there for him, and he's not really like responsive. So that's on him. If I try to do all you can do is your part. And if other people can't meet you halfway, fuck them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Respectfully, fuck them. Like, not like that, but I'm just saying, this fool was just like, he's just a really dark person, Like, you just see that aura. You see people and you see like the cloud above their head. And there's people like that. Some clouds are darker than others. And I try to keep mine, like tucked under my shirt or whatever the fuck. But it's just one of those things where we all have trauma. We all go through things and we got to check ourselves. And when it comes to work, it's like, you ain't going to make that bleed into that shit. Like, don't bring your trauma around me. I don't let nobody feel my trauma. Not at all. I got a lot of baggage. I went through a lot of shit. But guess what? I had to work through that. Through years and years of like self-reflection and self-help and self-fucking all that shit, self-centeredness, you know what I mean? Not being like, oh, I'm conceited and obnoxious. I'm pretty sure I'm some of that shit too, but I don't give a fuck. I've worked very hard spiritually, emotionally, physically to get my mind right, to like be as adequate as I can in my success in life. And I think that's some of the things that hold people back. Or it works both ways. Like, some people, they use their trauma to kind of like how do I say it? Like, when some people, they're like billionaires or whatever, they grew up broke, like nothing, roaches in a cereal box, like, fucking eating government cheese and all that shit. And they're billionaires and their whole life is fucking just money because they had none for so long. That's, to me, that's a negative. That might be a positive. It's all a matter of perspective. But like, who's to say like you can't work through that and be like, okay, a healthier way to attain success and money is not to think I need every fucking penny in the world, but to say these amount of pennies is enough and I accept that because I fucking worked through that shit. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good way to end it on. I had so much shit to talk about, but it doesn't matter. I want to say somebody sent me a reel. Nah, somebody liked one of my messages. All right. Let's see. I feel like I did 2 big messages today, so I think a good message of the day would be, happy Father's Day to my father. To all the amazing fathers out there, thank you. You are a huge blessing in a world where there's so many baby mamas, so many single parent households, so many like The divorce rates are fucking. People aren't even fucking getting married, so the divorce rates are low. So you can't even fucking say that shit, you know. But a lot of women are single mothers before they even have the baby. You get what I mean? Like, it's on some shit like that, you know. So the message is shout out to all the dads out there. Shout out to all the fathers, to all the great. You know why? Because being a man in this world is some of the most double standard fucking bullshit that we got to go through as males. You know what I mean? Oh, you're a bitch if you do that. Oh, you ain't a man. Oh, I don't need a man. Look at all the women out here. That's not like trying to dictate what a man is. Oh, fucking, you know, he's a grown ass man and it's so judgmental about shit. It's like, fuck you, bro. What the fuck? You know what I mean? You will never know what it is to wake up and have to go out in the world as a man and keep all that shit inside. Because we're not emotional. Women can be emotional. Children can be emotional. Not men. Real men go the fuck out there with all the shit on their shoulders, and then they just fucking do what they got to do, right? And I was just talking to my barber and shit, just about whatever, and I was just like, you know what? We had a real man-to-man conversation about our feelings and our emotions that I feel like as men, we don't talk about. You know, we don't talk about like what bothers us and fucking what's going on in our lives. Why? Because that's some bitch shit. That's some pussy shit. You know, y'all sound like females. You know what I mean? That's one of those things. We do it to ourselves as males, but then females are pushing that too. So just the message of the day is, man, I'm celebrating all the fathers, all the real men out there, not the ones that are on the couch surfing or fucking just being bums or fucking levis. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the real men out there. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.